Well, here we go, fourth quarter action. Davis out there with Nembhard, Hardy, Marshall, and Cooper Flag. Davis. It rotates to Hardy. Hardy was cooking in the third quarter, tosses it up, and it's a shot clock violation. And that one is just past Carlson. It's a turnover for OKC. That's their sixth turnover of the ball game and their second since the first quarter. Cooper Flag, the turnaround is good. His third field goal, he has 12 points. Mitchell, pull-up jumper is good. I think OKC wants that money as well. They're going to be in the quarterfinals playing Phoenix next week.
It'll be a great battle between those two teams, and obviously a trip on the line in that game to get themselves to Vegas.
Hardy with the three. How about Hardy staying ready? Again, didn't play in the last outing. That win over Miami. He has 15 points on 5 of 8 shooting. He's hit 3 triples. Wiggins, the answer. And Kidd calls a timeout. 89 seconds into the fourth. And it's all Thunder. Nembhard. And now Marshall directing traffic. We'll get it to Davis. Davis deep corner now for bad pass. Marshall penetrating with the clock winding down and got the J. Can I circle back to something you mentioned earlier about Belgium and A.J. Mitchell? Did you say waffle is just a pancake that believes in itself?
Yes.
Is that what that's the line?
That's the truth.
That's the truth?
Yeah.
Where does French toast come in this equation?
That's a great question. It thinks too much of itself.
111, 81. Marshall at the free throw line, no. Davis still searching, can't hit. This is the most minutes without scoring. Flag, baseline jumper is pure. 14 for the rookie. A.J. Mitchell looking to drive on. Hardy turned it over. Flag. Step through, tough shot, gets it to drop.
AD got the steal and then provided a nice moving screen for Flag on what ended up being a transition basket for Cooper.
Kenrich Williams off the feed from Wiggins. Musa Cisse at the scorer's table, more than likely checking in for Davis. Davis, oh, he was looking to score there, diving on the floor, gives it up. Hardy, the floater in the lane, got the roll.
What a find from AD on the ground. Gets it to the hot guy in Jaden Hardy for 2 more.
Williams, front iron, no. Carlson, the follow finish. OKC looking for their 14th straight victory. It'll be one shy of the franchise record. Davis, there's the field goal.
Wow, they get the high-low.
115-89. Nembhard with the rebound. Nembhard coast to coast. Tap out. Marshall on the drive, got to the rack. No resistance there, and Dagnall will call timeout. 115.
Jordan, and again, Will Chamberlain. Will SGA be the third guy added to that list this year? He's well on his way.
Well on his way. Makes it look easy every single night, and again, hard to believe. Building off his MVP season a year ago. Everybody playing defense. Barnheiser leads it for Youngblood, and count it, and put him on the line. Doesn't matter who's out there. This is Cisse. 5 minutes going by here in this fourth quarter. D'Angelo Russell will discard and does not get the roll. Battle for the rebound secured by Carlson. The Thunder, they do have the toughest remaining schedule in the NBA. This is based on the winning percentage of their remaining opponents. So things will be tougher.
And you know who's happy about that? Mark Daigneault. Like, and the SGA. They want all comers. So they're prepared. They're getting themselves healthy. They're waiting on their guys to come back. And they'll want to do what they did last year, which was play their best basketball at the end of the year. Although with this team, their best basketball might be every game they play this year.
It sounds looking soon. Well, this will be the 15th. And it's looking this way. The 15th game this season that the Thunder will have won by double figures.
On one hand, it's part of that overall chemistry you're speaking of that's been built. On the other, the overall hunger and mentality as a collective. Now, where does that mentality come from? Chet Holmgren, guys, put it simply, we don't really have anybody on this team who is just sitting and reminiscing on what
the start. I mean, what are we talking about here? The other thing I love that Mark said, Allie, was about the looseness of this team, and that when they play against pressure, that's when they light up because they know it's a challenge. So there's so many things going right for OKC, and they're all very organic. These guys have gone through a lot together. They built this slowly. They haven't skipped any steps, and they're appreciating each step of the way at this point.
Easy to forget it was just a few years ago OKC was getting blown out more often than not as Martin knocks down the triple. (118-94). Mitchell into Carlson. Carlson couldn't put it in. And Russell made the catch, got it back to Williams. Williams. Pull up over Carlson won't go. Zhang the rebound. This is Ousmane Dieng giving it up to Mitchell. Mitchell down the lane, leaves it for Carlson with the stuff.
Again, you see these guys still in the defensive stance, still communicating.
Hands of young Bud quickly ahead. Barnhizer, Kaepernick plus the foul. He's a little wrecking ball.
He had a great summer league for OKC, opened some eyes. Obviously, you look at his build and the physicality, but it was summer league where they were impressed by what Brooks brought to the table.
Average 17 and 8 at Northwestern. That ball too high for Cisse. Jay working on Cisse, puts it up, no, and ball will be kicked out of bounds. It will be Mavericks ball.
Great timing by Cisse on the block. He let Jang get up into the air. He jumped second and was able to climb up to get to it.
4 minutes to go in regulation. Cisse, no. Jang spinning out to Barnhizer. No one around him. OKC will travel to Utah for a division matchup with the Jazz. Coming up on Sunday. That's ahead of their quarterfinal matchup back here in this building against the Suns on Wednesday. Russell from deep, got it.
12th made three in the game for the Dallas Mavericks, who had come in here. They had shot over 50% for the first time in a very long time.
Jang got the deuce. You know, going back to Dallas again, they're just trying to get healthy. They've had a lot of positives in their last 3 ball games. Again, inching on a 3-game winning streak, first win streak of the season.